Hi Keith, my name is Christina with Four Link Marketing. I called your office the other day and they gave me this email address saying this was the best email to send this video to. And what this video is about is basically me offering some suggestions on how to improve your online presence. I did a little bit of research, so I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. So as we know, a consumer, any consumer, if they're looking for a product or a service, they're going to go to the Google search engine and they're going to type in a keyword, right? And for your example, your future customer is going to be typing in pest control Pittsburgh or exterminator in Pittsburgh, PA. And there's variations, of course, but whenever we see a location at the end of that, that's what we call a buyer intent keyword. And that tells us that that is a local consumer looking for a local business to get service done right away. So they have that higher buyer intent. Now, let me show you some things within Google that are really important. Now, this section right here, this is what we call the Google Map Pack. And based off of convenience, when this consumer is looking, like we said, is looking for a service to be done right away, they're going to be contacting these three businesses first because they're more visible and essentially they're going to get the most clicks and the most leads, right? So really important to be listed here within the top three. And I believe whenever I looked to see where you guys were at, you were like kind of within the 10th position, somewhere around there, right? So obviously we really would like to get you within the top three position because of course that would get you more leads for your business and of course more customers as well. Now, this section right here, this is what we call the organic listings. Now, these are websites that meet Google's requirements. So Google likes to see a minimum of 1,500 to 2,000 words on a homepage. And what helps drive that content are the keywords. So like pest control Pittsburgh. So obviously Google sees those keywords on your homepage. They know how to rank you. They consider you like a preferred website and they rank you accordingly. And the more content that you have over your competitors, the better. Now, as you can see here, you're in the within the top three, and that's perfect. We really, based on statistics, being within the top three here, and the top three section here, so with the Google Map Pack and the organic listings, if you're listed in both top three sections within both sections, your company is going to get the highest amount of leads overall out of all the competitors, all the companies that are coming up within those search results because consumers sees you listed twice. So they see you as more credible, more relevant, and just based on seeing your company come up, within both sections, so they see you twice. You have the highest percentage of getting the most leads overall. So really important again to be listed within this section here and the section here to really dominate that keyword. And I'll show you the traffic volume for that keyword because it is a really high traffic volume keyword. And the same with exterminator too. You weren't listed within the top three, but whenever I looked, you were like around the 10th or 11th in that area. But then your website wasn't listed within the top three. So if exterminator is a keyword, if that's something that you get a lot of service in and you would like more customers calling you for that, definitely would be beneficial to get within this section. And of course, like we said, within the Google Map Pack. Now, taking a look at your website here, I mean, overall, I think it's a great website. It has, all these different service areas that you really focus on, and that's great. You have separate pages for that. My one just suggestion would be to have this number click to call. So that means like if somebody's on a mobile device, they can just click on it and call you right away. They don't have to like copy it and flip to their, the call section of their phone and all that. They can just click and call you right away. Now, let me see here. So you have, and then, okay, and then your contact form, perfect. Now, I would just recommend, like we talked about, getting that requirement that Google likes of more content on your homepage and really focus on getting the keywords on there. And I know these are your service pages. So, of course, each of the service pages, make sure that you have, like, say, bed bugs, Pittsburgh, all over it. As well, and that'll help you rank for those search results as well. Now, let me see here. I do believe I saw, yes, so service areas. So we have a lot of clients that have a really broad service area. So like in your example, like pest control, we have a few pest control clients. We have plumbers, septic service companies, junk removal companies. So again, companies that really are tree service too. They have a really broad service area. So you're trying to hit multiple markets, right? So not just your local market like Pittsburgh, you really have a broad service area. So there's a lot of cities, a lot of counties within that. We recommend really focus on what are your like top service areas. Have a back page for each of those and have that content in there with those keywords specific to that location. Okay. And that'll really help broaden your customer outreach so that you're coming up within the Google search results for those multiple areas. Because I did see when your service area, you just listed the cities, you didn't actually have a back page with the content and again, the keywords. So that will really help, again, broaden your customer outreach so you come up for those search results. Now, taking a look at what's the behind the scenes to your website. So this is a paid program that I pay for every month. It helps me with my research and my website audits. Now, taking a look what's going on here, you really have a high trust factor with Google. So that is amazing. But this number right here, this is your power number, power rating with Google. Typically, they should be balanced. So of course, we'd rather get this number up higher, closer to this number. So that'll really outrank your customers. Like you would be in the top position, no problem within both of those high traffic keywords and, also the other keywords that you have on your website. But what helps bring this number up, and these are both on a scale of 100, are the referring domains. Now, you have a lot of referring domains. I would have to take a look into those, but not all referring domains are the same. There's really ones that are more relevant, more powerful. And what I mean by referring domains, they're essentially shout outs from other websites, blogs, and directories. So basically, they have your website URL listed. So they're shouting out your website. So, of course, when a consumer clicks on it, it gets directed back to your website. So I would have to take a look at that to see what you got going on there. But this is the number of keywords that you have on your website. And this is the number of people that are reaching out to you every month, whether to make an appointment, to get more information, what have you. Okay, now take a look at one of your competitors in your area. Now, I know they're running ads right now, but this is we're just going off of their website and their Google My Business page. Now, their website is, it's okay, it's great. They have the service areas. Like we talked about, the back pages broken up, right? So they're coming up within multiple search results for multiple areas. Now, these are the keywords that they have on their website. Now, let me go back here just to show you kind of like an overview. Now, as you can see here, see how their numbers are pretty balanced. This one is still on the low scale, and it's definitely, they don't have the high amount of trust factor like you do, but see the amount of referring domains. So they have a really low amount compared to you do. Now, again, these referring domains could be more powerful or more relevant compared to yours. So that's why, again, I'd have to look. But what again drives this number is this right here. This is kind of our plan of attack, what we really focus on. And seeing these numbers right here, I feel that we would be able to outrank them position wise pretty easily. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about here. But again, the amount of keywords that they have, and this is the amount of people that's reaching out to them every month. Now, I don't know what their closing rate is, but let's just say 20%. That's kind of like the standard average closing rate for a company. That's a large amount of new customers coming for them every month. So that's about 3 times the amount that you're getting every month. Now, I know, like we said, I showed you how they really have it broadened into the service areas. So that's why they have more keywords, and most likely that's how they're getting the most volume. Um, Now, as you can see here, Exterminator Pittsburgh, 400 people are searching that keyword every month, and they're in the first position. So they're getting a majority of those leads, right? Same thing, Pittsburgh. So just a different variation, but still 400 people, they're in the top position. And let me see. So Pittsburgh Pest Control, as you can see here, 300 as well. Top position, right? So you get the idea. So that's why they're getting more traffic, more leads, more volume. And again, they do have that broadened service area added onto their website. Now, this is another local competitor of yours. They were listed within the Google Map Pack, but also within the top 3 of that organic listing, right? Now, taking a look at what's going on the behind the scenes with them, as you can see here, the numbers are pretty well balanced. This is still kind of on the low scale and low number of referring domains. And as seeing these numbers here, I feel would be able to outrank them without any problem because their numbers are pretty similar to the other local competitor there. But take a look at here, the amount of keywords that they have. Now look at the amount of traffic that they're getting every month. And again, just think like 20% of that's new customers for them every month. So that is a large amount of traffic that they're getting. And they have a lot of keywords. So I'd really have to dig into which ones that they got going on. But that's something that we can do for you if you're interested. Um, Now, my main goal was to do this video just to show you some suggestions on things you can do on your own. But if you have any questions or if you like to discuss a few things, definitely feel free to reach out to me. I'll be reaching out in a couple days just to see what you thought of the video. But we can kind of get a game plan together and see what your goals are for your business and kind of go from there. I'd love to help out. But overall, I just wanted to kind of show you some suggestions on your own and just educate. I like to educate business owners. That's my main goal, to show you some things on how you can really optimize your website and your Google My Business page. Now, um, again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You have my number within the email and my email as well. And if you want to text, that's perfectly fine. But I hope you found this video helpful. That's ultimately my main goal. And I hope you are having a wonderful day and I hope you take care. Bye-bye.